Okay. So it's been a while since I've blogged, and we're bringing back the Lazy Blogger video series because I every time I sit down to write the blog post, it just doesn't happen. Um, I've been over on the Craft Culture blog. I've been talking all about the tour, the podcasts are up, all of that, and I know there's a lot of crossover from people who read this blog and people who listen to Craft Culture, but they are two separate things, and so I do try to upkeep both of them. I don't generally talk about like what I'm actually working on the podcast, just because so many podcasters already do that, and I just feel like you guys don't really care what I'm knitting. And if you do, then you'll come to my blog. I don't feel like I need to talk about it on the actual podcast. But I just got back from the tour, and one of the things that I did do on tour was I picked up a sweater project at a Likely Yarn in Abingdon, Virginia. So this is this is the sweater. I just finished the first sleeve last night. It's Cascade Eco wool. It's it's a $30 sweater, but it's super nice wool, super soft. Um, I can't seem to find the actual pattern, but I'll post a picture with this video too of the shop sample. What happened was is I walked into a Likely Yarn, excuse me, in Virginia, and they had a shop sample of this sweater, and I just absolutely fell in love with the shop sample. It was knit out of Arcania nature wool, I think, chunky, which is a great kettle dyed wool, and it's just really nice and textured. Um, I didn't buy that obviously because that was a lot more expensive, but um, it was in this really pretty like marigold color, and that looks terrible on me, but it was a really pretty color, and it was very eye catching. So they did a really good job of definitely getting your attention. But I thought this was a nice color. I think it looks okay on me. So, but I mean, I've just winged through this sweater because I'm used to knitting things on little tiny needles with little tiny yarn because I've been living in Las Vegas for the last 7 years, where you can't knit a worsted weight wool sweater because you'll die. Um, but now I'm back in Alaska, so now I can knit worsted weight wool sweaters. So, um, in a week, I got everything knit but the sleeves, and then I worked on the sleeve on Sunday, and I finished the first sleeve Sunday, Monday. It's Tuesday today. I started the second sleeve last night, and I'm a couple inches into it. I should hopefully have it done by the end of the week, and I'll have a sweater like within 2 weeks, which is great. It's mind-numbing stockinette, um, and it's asymmetric, and it's got this seed stitch panel on the front. So, I mean, it's literally nothing but knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl forever. Um, but it is very flattering. It's got waist shaping, and it's just a really good, honest to goodness sweater. And something that I can hopefully wear for a long time. So that was kind of the point of it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is tomorrow the fall issue of Knit Circus magazine comes out, and it is going to have my very first published pattern in it. It is a um, bag pattern, and I'm very excited. I've been sitting on that pattern for since January. It is now August. I wrote that pattern in January. So it's been a long time, and nobody's seen it. I've had to just sit on it. So that comes out tomorrow. I have 2 copies of the pattern collection um, from this issue, which is all of the patterns that will be in the fall issue. I have 2 copies of the pattern collection that I have been authorized to give away as a prize. So, um, tomorrow, when the issue goes live, and I'll post another reminder on my Twitter and on my blog and on my Facebook. Um, but tomorrow, when the issue goes live, if all you have to do is go look through the new issue and tell me which pattern is your favorite, you don't get extra points for saying my pattern, though of course I would like to hear that. Um, but I've seen the pattern collection, and I happen to know that there's other really, really good patterns in there. So, and you know, knit bags aren't for everybody, and I understand that. So I'm not seeking praise here. I just genuinely wanted to know which patterns you guys like the most. And then one entry per person, and tell your friends about it, and you can get an extra entry. And then at the end of the day, Thursday, I'll give you 2 days. So tomorrow's Wednesday, August 4th. So August 4th and August 5th. At the end of the day on August 5th, I will do the random number generator and pick 2 winners to get the PDF file with all of the fall patterns in it. It's really, really good. There's some great stuff in there that would make really good Christmas knits, holiday knits. Definitely looking forward to cooler weather, which is great because it's August now, and I know everybody is like, oh, it's so hot, I don't even want to think about wool. But now's the time to be thinking about wool, because in another 2 months, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm freezing. I need some hand knit socks. So, so this pattern collection is really good for that. There's a lot of stuff in there. I've already been thinking about things that I'm going to be making possibly. So tomorrow, when the issue comes out, just scroll through, tell me what you think. I know that there's some articles that are going to be in there as well from some bigger name knit bloggers and designers, which will be really interesting. So I'll even accept, even if it's not a pattern that's your favorite, just whatever your favorite part of that issue is. So whether it was a magazine or a pattern or a tutorial of some kind, or whatever's in there that really catches your eye, even if it's an ad, I don't really care. That's what I'm looking for. So, and then of course there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on over at the Craft Culture blog. Episode 19 is up, and it features Miss Violet, formerly of Lyman Violet, and that got a little crazy. So, definitely check that out, and there's some new swag in the Craft Culture shop, and there's just all kinds of fun stuff going on over there. That's craftculture.danido.com. So, yeah, I will check back tomorrow, and we'll do the contest. Thanks.